Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is October 8th. It's Thriving Thursday. I'm excited to be here with you today. We've got a great trainer lined up, but first, just a couple of quick announcements. Our quote of the day is stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being excited about what could go right. Dates to take note of, and if you need to get work off or just clear out the days so that you can be present for these training days, make sure you do so. These are important dates to take note of. We have our Renatus regionals coming up this month in just a couple weeks, October 23rd and 24th, 2 full days of training with local leaders and national leaders. I know we're going to be hearing from Dane Clark as well as many other individuals who are very, very successful in the Renatus business. We also have our Renatus National Conference coming up March 18th through the 20th, 2021. National Conference will be a lot of fun. We're going to be online for both regionals and nationals. The theme for nationals next year is shifting higher into focused transformation. We have our dates for Leadership Retreat, August 13th through the 17th, 2021. We're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Very excited for this one, and I will see you guys there. Excuse me. If you have not already, check out this website. There's a 6-minute video on the site that will explain the OES, what it is, what it means, what is provided with it. So OES.com, Michael Huggins and his team have been working very hard to organize information and just make everything very clear for what we're doing going forward. We've added some new events. We were adding as much value as possible. And there's just so much support with Team Elevate. I'm so very grateful. We just added a couple of events, as I mentioned. So every week we're doing a weekly private capital masterclass. We are taking information from our courses, and Dane Clark is helping facilitate the masterclass because he in particular has had quite a bit of success with raising private capital for his transactions. So he's going to be sharing with us how to implement what we're learning in some of the lending classes that we have. So students only, and only students who have AIT who have access to those private capital classes are welcome to attend every week with Dane at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And every day after our morning marketing call that we're on right now, for 30 minutes, we're doing a daily morning real estate investing mastermind. So invite your team. These have been a lot of fun. We're basically bringing questions, anything that we're pulling from classes that we have questions on, action steps. And those of us who are looking for deals and have questions on certain things, pretty much anything. It's a very informal and open discussion all about real estate investing, and they've been a lot of fun. So definitely plug in. Once you sign up for the OES, you'll get an email with all the details on how to access these events. And something else new that we definitely want to take advantage of is a daily call with Michael Huggins and Scott Rowe, where just for a short 15 minutes, they will be jumping on a Zoom and essentially interviewing students and ICMs from around the country who have seen some success with their business. And so that's a great opportunity for you to invite guests to, where they don't have to commit a full 90 minutes or 2 hours. They can just jump on for 15 minutes and learn about someone's story. So that's really, really exciting that we have that to plug into on a daily basis, Monday through Friday at noon Mountain Time. And to access that, you want to visit bit.ly/zoomup. I jumped on a little bit late yesterday and I was not able to get on because there were 100 people on. So it caps out at 100. So you may want to make sure to get on right at noon so that you don't miss out. So every Wednesday, as most of you are aware, we have a virtual house tour. And every week I will just give a brief overview of what we learned about the property. So this one yesterday is Tim's property. And the purchase price was $330,000. Rehab is right around $60,000. ARV should be right around $495,000. And all the numbers are conservative. He is looking at a projected net profit of $50,000 in just a short 6 months. And of course, using none of his own money or credit. So congratulations, Tim. This was a great tour, and it was a great exposure for our guests. For our weekly events, today's Thursday, so what we're going to do tonight is our Spanish house tour. And I'll get to that here in a second. If you'd like to take a screenshot of this, feel free to do so. These are our weekly events. Every Tuesday, we're doing a profits intro at 12:30. As I mentioned already, we have our Wednesday house tour. And Thursday, so tonight at 7 p.m., we have a lot going on, so you can kind of pick and choose based on your goals and what you've got going on, which you'll plug in with and which you'll plug your guests into. So we have our Spanish house tour, we have our Pillars of Wealth intro presentation, our follow-up funding webinar, our onboarding webinar. We have essentials available in both English and Spanish. We have a business development study group and multiple real estate study groups, fix and flip, wholesaling, multifamily, short-term rental. This Friday, so tomorrow, we are having a short meeting with Eric Counts. And this is because instead of our Super Saturday, we're doing an intensive with Heather Herring, and that's happening on the 10th instead of at the end of the month because of regionals being this month. So in lieu of our monthly Super Saturday, we are doing Fabulous Friday. And Eric Counts will be spending a couple of hours with us, and he will be sharing with us some new marketing tools within Helios. So you want to definitely not miss out on that tomorrow. And I believe if you just search for Elevate, you'll find that in the Helios calendar. You'll find that event. As I mentioned already, we are doing an intensive this weekend. So on Saturday, we're meeting all day with the one and only Heather Herring. She is an expert and has a lot of experience with fix and flip. As we all know, we have our education. So these are designed for our guests. You would definitely want to get your guest in front of Heather. She is very, very experienced, very sharp, and really good at what she does. So anyone interested in fix and flip, you want to get in front of Heather. We are recording. We put these videos on YouTube. So make sure you plug into the YouTube channel, Elevate Renata, subscribe to that, and you'll notice that there's years and years worth of value on the YouTube channel. We're also on Facebook. We have a private page, Renata's Team Elevate. There's a lot of important announcements there, so make sure you plug in with both our Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. All right, today we get to learn from Wanda Carrasquillo. It's Thriving Thursday. And Wanda has done a beautiful job at sharing with us what's on her mind and what's working for her as far as our business, as well as mindset and personal development. And something that I found with Renatus when I first got started was I had a lot of limiting beliefs and I had a lot of fears that had been holding me back my entire life. And I was completely oblivious of this. And Renatus really, really has opened my eyes to the importance of mindset and personal development. So I really love Thursdays with Wanda because we get to spend an hour talking about personal development. Wanda's background, she was born in Puerto Rico and earned herself 2 master's degrees despite many life challenges. And in her career, she exceeded in many ways and succeeded in many ways only to an extent where she would hit a ceiling when she would try to reach higher. With the job, she was trading hours for money, and on the side was always looking for income opportunities or business opportunities. But she definitely has an entrepreneurial spirit, but at the time, never really accomplished much with those business attempts. About 3 years ago, I want to say about 4 years ago now, is when Wanda found Renatus. And Wanda has now exceeded her income goals in less time and in less effort than ever before. In her first 8 months alone with Renatus, she earned herself 6 figures and has continued to do so each year after. Not only that, Wanda has also completed around 20 real estate transactions. So not only is she a great example of the marketing side of our business, she is also a great example of what it means to be putting our education to use and building a real estate investment portfolio. She's also recognized by our CEO, Bob Snyder, as a team leader, a key leader, She's on the PIT team, meaning she's in training to be on the PAC, the President's Advisory Council. So we are very, very fortunate to get to learn from Wanda this morning. Make sure to take notes. I am excited for what she has to share. Good morning, Wanda.
Good morning, Keely, and thank you so much for that introduction and everything you do. I really love seeing your growth and seeing your participation and your outcoming to put these meetings together. So, and thank you everybody for being on the line. We have 43 participants right now, and just text your team members so they can join us as well and they don't miss this opportunity to learn more about how you can really improve your business. But most of that is how you can improve yourself so you can improve your business and improve your personal development. Basically, it's like a cycle. And I want to start today with the affirmation that we've been doing. Let's see who likes to say it. Who likes to just go over the affirmation? I know Isaac did it last time and he did it by memory. Keely memorized it. Anybody else memorize it? I know anybody wants to go over. Keely, you want to go over it?
I'd be happy to. And I also want to challenge someone else to memorize it.
Yes, please.
If I can do it, if Isaac can do it, anyone can do it. Okay. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I promise here and now to render such action. Second, I understand that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. Fourth, I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim, and I will always work until I develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Fifth, I fully realize that wealth or position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. I will engage only in transactions that will benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve them. I have eliminated hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism, and have developed love for all humanity, for I understand, or for I know that a positive attitude towards others will always bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because of my willingness to believe in them and in myself. I have signed my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and will repeat it aloud once a day in full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. And as you were reciting these, I just came to my mind that there are a few points that I've been thinking about. And I always mention this, that your highest vibration is love. And that's one of the commitments on that particular statement, the love, because you're going to love you, you're going to love everybody, you're going to expect everything from everybody, like everyone has the capacity to create more. Okay. I was kind of doing my routine this morning and my habits this morning, and I was listening to Les Brown. I'm in love with Les Brown. He's 75 years old right now, and he has overcome cancer for many years, and he is still working and working. He was talking about one of the things that he always said is that the richest and the treasures of the world are in the cemetery. And I mentioned this before, but today I heard it in a different way. Um, he said that, or somebody was talking about him, but it's like in your deathbed, you will have ghosts around you. And those ghosts are going to be asking you, what have you done to give me life? And maybe that ghost is the one for speaking, the one for helping, the one for um, changing life of others, different talents and different abilities that you had during your life that you have not yet give life to. And if you pass away, you will take them with you. Okay. So it's so important for you to start developing and searching who you are. And one quote that I hear from him, and I want to, is you don't get in life what you want, but who you are. In reality, you have to search who you are before you really give more. And service is one of the things that you want to really begin to explore. Because when we are with customers, we want to serve them. Yesterday, I had a very bad. I will consider this a failure, but I learned from this mistake. I sent hundreds, I think hundreds of invitation for Saturday event. Again, I sent all these invitations to my list. Nobody replied. Most of the time, nobody replied, or you get one or two replies, and then I follow up with the person. But this person replied, and she said, "Oh, beautiful, how are you?" And I immediately went ahead and started talking about the event. I say, hey, I just want to know if you want to go to this event. And I continue, hey, I also have, remember, I sent you this prophet. I sent the threefold prophet brochure. I sent these courses because you are already in your business, and I want to know if you want to improve your business, or maybe in your team, she's in a different network. In your team, you probably can implement this for your team members. So she's like, thank you. And then I realized, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You have heard that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, when I read that again, I read it again and I'm like, I feel desperate. Like, I want you to be in that event. It's not about that. It's about my service to her. Does she needs what I'm offering? I'm not sure. I know I gave her a presentation 3 years ago when I started. So she knows exactly what I'm doing. She knows what I sell. That's probably why I started on that perspective. But we haven't talked in a while. So it was my moment to reconnect first and then being able to bring the event again. So I felt like I did things in a wrong way. I don't know if I can save this conversation and turn it around to a more caring. And I actually resent another, oh, thank you. Because she's been very successful in her business. So I'm like, oh, I saw you with all these successes and I'm so happy for the successes that you have. But she has not replied to that one. So, but that is the first thing I should have said when she said hi to me. So, just reflecting upon my practice, I realized that sometimes, and it's okay, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. It's just a matter of reflecting upon your practice and redoing it again. And then I'm like, okay, I send like 100 of texts and 100 of invitations for Saturday's event, and I just had like one thumb up, and one saying hi, and I blow it. But it's okay. It's just learning, right? And then it makes me realize if life is not about what I want, but about who I am, then what are the things that I like to do the most that allow me to reach higher and to reach to somebody? And I just started to think about this conversation I have with one of my coaches, and he did like a reverse um, engineering with me on where he said, okay, what do you want? I said, I want to make $100,000 a month. If Nate can do it, I can do it. And he started asking me questions. Do you really want $100,000 a month? I said, yes. Why? Why would you do that? What would you do with that $100,000 a month? Well, I would pay some debt. I will help my mom. I will help, and I have all of these things. Do you really, really, really want that? And then he got me to think about what makes me happy. What are the things that make me happy? And to me, like this setting, put me on top of the world. Okay. When I'm teaching, when I'm delivering, that's kind of my passion. It's been my passion since I was little. I was going to a church when I was little. I grew up in a church, Pentecostal church, and I remember going in front of the church with the mic and my bottle, my milk bottle, and my blanket because I like to perform since I was little and deliver messages. And then I became a teacher, so I have taught in grade school and then university level and so on. And it's like that's my passion when I can share with others what I know or what I can guide you into in helping improve your life. So if that's my passion, my coach said, if you really want your $100,000 a month, you need to fall back into your passion. And with that reverse engineering, getting into my passion, then you can get this because you become who you are in life, not what you want. So what I wanted is here as a $100,000 a month. But who am I, or who am I am, is the passion that I have for speaking, the passion that I have for serving. So if I get more of this, and if I do more of this passion, like serving and helping and delivering messages and speaking to small audience, to big audience. I have spoke in conferences for 300 people in an audience. So I have done it and I have felt good about it, but I never monetize that, right? But it's something that can get me here, right? And and then that comes along with the power of visualization. Once I asked Bob Snyder, I said, Bob, what would it take for me to be on your stage? Because of this passion, what would it take for me to be in your stage? I said, Wanda, to be in my stage, you have to be in the 5 winner circle because those are the ones who speak on my stage. I said, oh, that's easy. You probably need to start making $200,000 a year or whatever, so or more. So I'm like, okay, but I had that in my mind so vividly that I dreamed every night. I had already purchased my national was coming up, and I had already purchased my dress for national. And I dreamed every night, like I was dreaming that I was with that dress in the stage speaking. And yes, and sometimes you speak. I spoke because I got this award and then I got the microphone and spoke. But it wasn't kind of a speaking moment. It was a speaking moment, but not like kind of the speaking that I wanted to, because that was an acceptance gift speech, not a speaking from my heart or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was, I wanted a different speaking. What I was envisioning was a different speaking. And that conference is not this past conference, because this past conference was online, but the conference before, I was sitting in the audience, and suddenly I get a text message from Vanessa Huggins saying, Wanda, would you like to present Michael as the next speaker? That was like, yes. I ran behind the stage, and I went and find them, and I found a microphone, and I'm like, okay, what do you want me to say? Well, just, talk about Michael and so on. And the night before was the banquet ceremony, and I had won this big horse award, with was the Stylon Award. And Michael said, you know what? You are the second person who have won that award. And that's what I want you to present to me. Ah. So in the sphere of the moment, I just came up with ideas and things. And I presented Michael to the audience because he was the MC on that event on that particular day. So he was not going to present himself, and he was the next trainer. That's why I took the stage. And I don't know if you remember, but I was wearing these red pants with this polka dot white and black shirt, and I was just speaking to the audience for 1 minute, presenting Michael. But that was my moment. That was my my moment of glory. Okay, because I visualized it, and I knew that could happen. It happened. It happened in a different way, not exactly, exactly like I had 30 minutes to give a presentation, but it happened in a moment where I felt good. And we have to be very careful with this, right? Because even Woody said, Wanda, I was planning all this dream and all this visualization with Woody. And he said, everything depends on what do you want to do. Do you want to be on stage because you want to be validated, because I'm a validator, or you really, because if you do it externally, then what is going to happen is that you're going to be deflated a minute after you speak, because everybody will give you all the eloquence and everything, but then you go home and then you deflate it. You have to maintain that level, because if you're internal and you're doing it because you want to reach people and your audience, you can do it in different platforms. It doesn't have to be in a particular stage. It could be online. It could be in different ways. And in the Prophet courses, we talk about that, right? With Troy Dunn. Troy came last week, and he invited us to this retreat and all of these. And he is giving us more value into what we can do to elevate our businesses and take our business to the next level by using media and by putting new message out there. And one of the things that Les Brown always mentions is your voice. Your voice is so powerful. Right now, I'm using my voice to reach out to these 47 people in this audience. And it makes me feel good, but I know that I prepare every week, 7 days, I am just searching. What is the message that I want to give out today? And I seek for divine inspiration. And I say, what do they need to hear today? Because I know that whatever I said today, even if one person, one of you, of these 46, 47 people in the audience, it makes a difference, it will be worth it. That's how I see it. So what I want to do for the remaining time is to open up for a conversation, because this is about service. When I visualize being on stage and being a voice for you or for people in the world, that I want to help. And then I have a vehicle that can take them from point A to point B or Z with offering Renatos is a service. It's a service. And right now we are all waking up early to listen to all these calls and to be participants and be active. And today I just got this popped on my Facebook feed and from the first regional that I went. And I look at some of the pictures, and many of those people on those pictures are not here. And I'm thinking about them. What happened? What happened to their dreams? Why they are not here? And I want you to keep that dream alive, because I don't know, your dream has to be big enough to stay where you are and to continue falling forward, not falling back. Another thing that I heard in one of the speeches and YouTubers that I follow is that some of our parents said, do you have a fallback strategy? No, I don't, because I don't want to fall back. When I lost my job, I didn't want to find another job. I wanted to continue this journey. And in November, it's going to be 4 years since I bought my education. And in April next year, it's going to be 4 years since I started marketing. And things have changed. I have learned, I have fallen, but I'm falling forward. I'm not leaving this journey because I'm falling forward, and I continue. Les Brown was talking about his desire to be a speaker, and he wanted to be a DJ at a young age, and he wanted to continue searching and searching until he got the opportunity to become a DJ in a radio station. So you just continue forward, and learning and learning and learning. So what I want to do today for the remaining time is to open up the mic and ask me questions, because I want to be a servant. I want to serve you. I've been giving you content and inspiration, but I want to serve you. What are the things that you need? And I'm going to probably have enough time for 2 or 3 participants maybe to ask me questions. What are the things that are keeping you from moving forward? Even if you fail, you fall, but you fall forward. I have time for 1 or 2 participants, so I'm here to serve you. Questions? I see somebody's connecting. Okay. Questions? Not everybody at once, Let's see. Look in the chat, see if anybody have posted there. I remember you were so excited. Oh, so you remember when I was in stage. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. So Kelly remember that when I was in stage. And also Leslie. Guys, so that means you don't need any help. Oh my gosh, everybody's perfect. Everybody is selling. Everybody is doing what you need to be doing.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm not perfect, but I love getting on here and listening to you, right? So I am going to just continue to listen. Right now, I'm just processing things, and so I want to say thank you so much for just being you, for being here. You are truly amazing. Hold on, I think my daughter wants to wave at you because we both are on here at the same time. Let's see if we can get this on here. Say hi.
Hello.
So yeah, we just had to come to the tire shop. We got a nail in our tire. So, but yeah, before you go, 3 things that you're grateful for today.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me that, because that's another thing. Everybody, if you talk to people, motivated speakers, or with millionaires, you're going to find a common denominator. And gratitude is one of those. Gratitude. And some people, I was thinking about this, and some people said, okay, write three things, write 5, 10, 15, 7. I don't know the magic number, honestly. But I know in my heart, when I go to bed, I am just grateful. I go with a grateful heart to sleep, honestly. And when I wake up with a grateful heart. So whether you write them, whether you have them on your mind, be grateful for any situation that you are in. In one occasion, I was building a team in Las Vegas, and coming back from Utah, we were my friend and I, Elizabeth and I, we were driving every week for about 6 months, driving to Las Vegas for about 6 months. And we left on Monday. I think it was Monday or Wednesday. No, it was Wednesday. We left on Wednesday, and then we did a presentation in St. George on Wednesday night. Then Thursday we did a presentation in, oh no, sorry, it was Monday presentation in St. George, Tuesday presentation in Las Vegas, coming back on Wednesday to be here Thursday in Utah, back on to Utah on Thursday for the presentation. We did that for 6 months. And in one occasion, we decided to come on the same Thursday. So we were coming pretty much straight to the meeting. And I don't know what happened. We were talking and so on. And suddenly I noticed that the street was kind of different scenery. And I looked, Elizabeth, if this is I-15, she's like, I don't know, this looks different. So we stopped. It was a very, very lonely street until we found like a gas station. We stopped and we checked, and we have taken the wrong route. So it took us about an hour and a half to drive to that point and notice that we were in the wrong street, the wrong road, and then an hour and a half coming back. So that took us 3 hours to go in that loop, coming back to Las Vegas and then start again in I-15. So we got there late, obviously. But you know what? In that reflection, we were grateful because we don't know what could have happened. I don't know if we were saved from a big accident or from something on the road. So we needed to be grateful. And then we said, oh, this is more reasons why we were together for 3 additional hours to continue learning. We were starting in this personal development journey, and we were just listening to books and everything in the road and discussing the books, and it was so fun that we have that extra 3 hours. So I could have been frustrated and said, oh my goodness, I'm losing 3 hours, blah, 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 and be mad at it. What could have been grateful? So in any situations, and we were grateful, so in any situations that you are in, whether you think it's bad or good or whatever, you need to be grateful because you don't know. If you read stories after stories in 9/11, I read like somebody missed the train. Another one, the alarm didn't go off, so they were late. Another one stopped at the daughter's school to bring donuts, so they were late. So they still, some other ones didn't get on the plane. Or those planes who crashed the 9/11 and the Twin Towers. And they're still here with us because there was no their moments. So we need to be grateful. For anything that happened, we need to be grateful, okay? Because you don't know what is ahead and what the universe and God or whatever is stopping you from happening at that moment. That is something even greater. So thank you so much, Kyle, for that participation and bringing that point up because be in a gratitude plane is the best. Love and gratitude, those two goes hand to hand. I have time for one more thing. If anybody wants to come up, thank you for participating. Anyone else want to bring a question. It could be a question, why things are not happening in your life, why you're not progressing, or why you stop, or what is happening, something that I can help you and serve you. Anyone?
Wanda, I do. I'm more curious about time and energy you put towards, because for me, like, I'm just starting off, right? So I'm really right now devoting a lot of time and energy towards the marketing and real estate. But like, I'm curious, like, and for anyone else as well who's also had success with all this, like, what's your guys' schedule look like now?
I appreciate that question because I think that was one of the topics that I had in my mind to bring today. But then suddenly when I started, it's like, I need to serve. So whatever words come out of my mind, that's what is going to come. And I think this is perfect. So your question just comes right along. Um, Time management in this business is crucial, and how we organize our day is crucial, especially if you want to balance real estate and marketing. Yesterday, I was marketing for Saturday event, but I have to dedicate some time for real estate because I had some deals coming to my desk, and I needed to analyze them and get all my team together to see if this was a good deal or not, and if we were going to move forward or not in this deal. Needless to say, I'm glad that I'm around myself around people who are watching over my back on the real estate side. And my broker and lender and everything, he said, Wanda, we saw that property in May. Oh my gosh, yes, it's the same address. So he even sent me um, the text that I sent back in May by looking at that particular address. And it happened to be a property that the foundation is really, really, really bad. And I had an inspector and everything going to the property. So basically, we can just fall back and say, no, we're not going to do, we don't even contemplate those numbers anymore. Even that the numbers are really low right now, it's still not working because all the work that needs to be done. So anyway, so it's just amazing how I can manage those times. But I was in this creation mode and thinking, hey, what can I create that allows people to really kind of get in a plan schedule? And a couple of calls back, a few weeks back, I share with you that I do kind of a square, a piece of paper, and I write down on one square, I write down faith, family, finances, and fitness. Faith, family, finances, and fitness. And then I write what I'm going to do that week on those areas. And then I break it down for the day. So basically, I organize my day and my week. And if you want to go to the month, then you can do that as well for 90 days or however, and on those areas. So if you start with 90 days, you said, okay, 90 days for my fitness, what am I going to do? I'm going to be walking 30 minutes a day. And I want to release some extra fat from my body. How many pounds? I'm not going to lose it because remember, if you lose something, your brain wants the back. That's why you gain your weight back, because everything that you lose, you want to gain back. And so you don't lose weight, you release fat from your body. All right. So that is fitness. And then in faith, so I want to stick to the program that I follow in my church, or I want to read the scripture, so I want to listen to how many, or I want to meditate, whatever you want in faith. Then on your finances, that's within your business. I want to do a deal a month. I want to do a deal these 90 days. You put it there. I want to um, I want to be selling one education packages, whatever it is, whether it's an essentials, a profit, or a combo, AIT, a month. So you put that in there. Then on your finances, fitness, faith, and family, I want to call every day my parents. I want to write nice notes to my grandkids. I want to, so you write down the things that you want. And then you start breaking it down by day. One of the things that I do is on a journal, then I write my inspired actions for the day. So when you Medicaid page, you just write down, what do you want to do today? Because I want to be a servant, then who can I reach out today? I stopped asking God for things, and I am a God believer, but so I'm not going to be preaching at this moment or anything. But I stopped asking for things. I'm asking questions instead, like who can I serve today? And when I ask questions, the answers comes immediately. When I ask for things, oh, I want to be happy or whatever, those things normally don't come as fast because it's still different. But when I switch to asking questions, then the answers come immediately back to me. Now that's kind of in my personal, so you can apply that into your life if you choose. But when I'm asking what is my inspiration, my inspired actions for today, I write them down. So sometimes I have like 7 or 5 things to do, and I try to accomplish everything, but maybe at the end of the day, I didn't accomplish 1 or 2, and it's okay. Tomorrow is a brand new day. So I'm not going to go and stress myself because I didn't complete every single item in my to-do list for today. I'm just going to let it go. And today is a new day and put it in. If it comes back in my inspiration again, then I write it down and then I try to complete it the next day. If not, then it's over. The game is over. I didn't do it. Point blank. So to go back to your Isaac question, then organize your schedule by those areas. So that way you balance your life and you complete more and be more effective because you're not just focusing and spending hours and hours in front of the computer trying to do marketing. You balance. I need to do this for my family. I need to do this for my faith. I need to do this for myself. I need to do this for my business. And when it's myself, then it's my fitness and whatever I do, mental, physically, and emotionally. All of those things that you want to improve in your life. That answer your question, Isaac? That helps?
Yeah, the faith, the way you were saying, like the 4 quadrants with faith, family, fitness, and finance, that's something I have yet to implement in my life. And I think having that be like a daily and weekly scheduling
Yes.
on the journal would definitely like you just said, kind of see where I can focus more on specific areas of those different quadrants, like faith, family, like all the ones you mentioned. So that would help out. Yes. Thank you.
So grab a book, a blank notebook, and then every day you put the date on the top and put your quadrants. Put your 4 areas and write down what you're going to do on those areas that day. And I'm going to go deeper because I had this idea. I'm going to start drawing a circle in the middle to write my gratitude items. If that way my whole picture is complete. I have my fitness, I have my faith, my finances, and my family balance, and in the middle, my grateful. So at the end of the day, then I can write 1 or 2 things that I'm grateful for in that circle that I draw in the middle. That came to my mind this morning, actually. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I could share. All right, guys, I have one more thing to share with you because Michael asked me to promote for Heather. The way I done it is, you know that you probably have received an invitation, like an event, an invitation from Michael for the event. I have copy and paste the actual banner, and that's what I've been sending to my guests. And I wrote this, and this is what one of the person who wrote me back. So let me read to you. I sent the event. So that's what is on the event that Michael sent, the actual invitation for the event in Facebook. So I copy that, and then I paste it into my texting and Messenger, and I wrote, hi. So it's just copy and paste, copy and paste. Hi, I will be honored if you accept this invitation to be my guest at this event. Let me know if you can attend. And then I copy and paste the description that Michael already had in the event, and say Saturday, October 10th, we will be hosting the Power for Pack training on fix and flip and so on. And this whole other piece is pretty much what I copy and paste from Michael's invitation. And it's funny because then this girl, she's the one who said, oh, hugs, and how are you, beautiful, and so on. And then I just replied, oh, I would love for you to be participant of this workshop. And then, oh, here are the new courses that I talked to you about, and that can help you in the business. And then I'm started thinking, and he said, thank you, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I blow it. And then I'm like, I also want to give you, like, I'm happy for all the successes that you have in your business. So I wanted to switch it around, which she hasn't answered. And then I went ahead and sent, because I'm promoting profit with her, because she is already a business owner. She does another MMM. But I sent the video from Bob Snyder that talks about profit and give the overview for profit, which is in your marketing presentations list of videos. So that is pretty much what I have done, and I copy that to everywhere. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, paste to hundreds of people. Honestly, pretty much everybody in my Facebook, and I have like 2,000 people. So some have replied, some not, and that's what I sometimes said. Oh, I'm probably burning those bridges. But at the same time, I have heard people have to see things like 7 times sometimes to reply. So keep sending it. There are many stories. Even Lily Puertas was receiving follow-up from Michael for years. Kelly, Michael follow-up for what, 4 years or 5? So keep following up. How many years, Kelly?
5.
5 years. Oh my goodness, 5 years. Michael follow up with Kelly. So sometimes it's no and no, it's no now. So keep talking to people. Guys, we are at the top of the hour, and I know we have to go to the next meeting, and me too. I have to go to my 5th meeting. So thank you so much for your participation, and also for allowing me to be part of your life. I love you all. Talk to you later, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Wanda.
Thanks.